Welcome to NHA Today, where we explore the path to lasting health and fulfillment through a whole food, plant-based lifestyle. Each week, we bring you real conversations with doctors, health experts, and everyday individuals who've transformed their lives through food, mindset, and community. This is NHA Today, powered by the National Health Association.
All right, Natalie Golba, thank you so much for being a guest for the podcast today. I'm so excited to interview you and talk about what you and Irina Swan are both up to together at the Healthiest Chef. So I'd love to just highlight, can you tell us more about what the Healthiest Chef entails and what led you guys to really wanting to create this platform for people to be their healthiest selves?
Hi, Stephanie. It's a pleasure to talk to you again. Well, Irina and I at Healthiest Chef, we help people to create nutrition plans for longevity. So basically, it is a program for busy professionals who don't have time to figure out, do their own research, or they're overwhelmed with conflicting information. We educate them on nutrition with a specialist like yourself. You're in our program. We have Dan Buettner, the founder of Blue, we have Darren Aline, we have Delia and James in our program from Married to Health, registered dietitians, some PhD professors, and on very simple videos, we explain theory part, and then we teach you how to make food with all that you just learned. There are so many great programs that give you the tools, but then you don't know what to do with this information. So we teach you within 2 hours how to make food for the entire week. If you're a complete beginner in the kitchen, the food is completely balanced. We have 42 plants that week, I think. So there is a microbiome diversity. There is enough protein. You don't have to count. You don't have to think. So it's not that hard to reach your macros.
Oh, it's amazing. I love it because it's so true. There's so many programs that will give you the information, but it's like, how can you execute this information in an easy and digestible way? And I personally, now having access to your course and being able to see what it is you guys offer, it's so easy to execute. And I myself have made some of your recipes and absolutely love them. But I'd love to know what really led you to wanting to create this, because I mean, this is a big deal and a lot of hard work on your guys' end to really bring in these different experts and interview them and then, create these amazing recipes and then have people come to you to be able to support them and being able to create these in their own kitchen. So what really is your why to wanting to do this for people?
Well, it always starts with your personal story. For me, it was a dramatic weight gain for no reason. At my early 30s, I gained probably 25 pounds. I was 25 pounds bigger than I am now. And no matter what I did, I was trying to eat healthy. I was working out. I had trainer, nutritionist. And none of that worked. And I didn't give up for 3 years. 3 years, I blindly was following and doing. And I followed so many wrong advices. Like with the people who call themselves doctors and specialists, everyone was giving me different confusing information. And it took me so long to figure out, but I was really committed to this idea. I wanted to be healthy. I wanted to live long. I wanted to look great and feel great. That was all reasoning for me. And my business partner, Irina, she went through dramatic gut issues since birth. She had a gut pain, and I kind of recognized when we just met that she thought the reason was some childhood trauma, some that she's always nervous. But I thought, for me, it was obvious. I saw that it's related to food because each time, the wave of anxiety will come exactly after meal. So, with the help of dietitians, we did find that she had SIBO, and then she was prescribed a certain diet, but it was so hard to follow because she never cooked before, and the food was not to her tasting. So I created a menu for her for 16 weeks, which was very, very hard, but she was my friend and I was committed to idea to heal her. And then I saw that so many people who are not um, don't have great tools to start making their own food, don't know how to help themselves. So my mission as a private chef in my past who worked with the athletes and celebrities again, like that's one of my other motivations. I saw what a great results they have, but the moment they bought by different team, moved to the different state or city or country, uh, all the result will go back to zero. And there are a few clients who I helped, I coached. They couldn't afford me as a private chef, but they asked me, just coach me what to do. I'll do it myself. And I saw incredible results that were life-changing. They still have these results years after. Why? Because I gave them the tools and they knew how to do it. So my goal was not just make money with like very wealthy people, but like normal, regular people, their families, they're like I see effect when people follow our program because they love recipes that taste so good. People committing to change their behavior, which is like very hard thing to do. Most of the people, most of the time, don't want to change their behavior. But when it's 10 times better, when you feel 10 times better, and then we see people building new traditions, new family traditions. They make food every week. They love it. Their kids ask for it. So this is like where we're going with this. And I've seen a huge impact that we are doing, like besides just helping people to lose weight, we just see new traditions, new family, and hopefully new generation who is gonna make food, healthy plant-based food.
Oh, I love it. I love it. It's so cool because like, and just getting to know you and Irina more is like, you guys, you're best friends, you created this company together, and like you both bring like different pieces of like, Irina is like so amazing at like the analytical side of things and the technology side, and you're the creative side of like creating the recipes and doing this and that. And both you guys just like come together so fluidly, which is like so unique and amazing as like best friends and business partners. So I just love it. And so I'd love to kind of hear a little bit more about, you did talk a little bit about some of the transformations that you see in some of your clients. I'd love for you to highlight a little bit more. What are some like maybe top two or three things that you see that people benefit the most when they start to really switch over to like a whole food plant-based lifestyle? Like what are some things that you have seen personally in a lot of your clients' transformations?
I see, besides like the obvious, but we still have to name it, weight loss.
Yeah.
Digestive resolving their digestive issues that they've been having for years. I see the happiness, the shyness in their eyes, like the lightness and just the positive switch of the mood. Like you see,
Mhm.
if before there were excuses and problems and things that don't work out, even like during the consultation session, everything is highlight. So they do feel better, they do sleep better, but the biggest transformation is still that people who never cooked before start making food.
Yes.
They, more than that, like the happiest I become, not when they just follow my recipes, when they start experimenting themselves. So, and they start becoming creators. They give me advice. They ask me to check this thing that they just checked and it came out like that. What inspires me the most. So we're kind of creating a movement and culture.
Yes. Yes, I love that. And I feel like at least with the first two where you were saying like the weight loss and the brightness to their face and their body, it's just like you're getting rid of inflammation in your body. You're supporting your body's natural detoxification pathways, which we've talked about so much about the benefits of plant-based eating and then naturally as a result, like you lose weight, you're eating more fiber and all the nutrients. It's so wonderful. And then I love that it's bringing about people wanting to be more creative, like, because they're learning from you and they see how excited you are to show them, like, this way of eating, like, is so good for you, but it can actually be fun and creative, and you can create incredible recipes. You don't have to eat the same thing every day. So I love that. Incredible transformations. And that kind of leads me to the next part about with people being so creative and learning a lot of their own stuff and tools from you. I mean, I'd say a big reason why people are like might just have like kind of like a wall put up to wanting to learn how to do more plant-based eating or wanting to create more interesting recipes per se is the time that it might take. And I know for you guys, it doesn't take you that long to really meal prep a lot of your food in the week, and that's what you're really trying to teach people. So could you give a couple of tips or like what are like some of the tips that you give your clients on how to make meal prep easier? Like, could you share a couple of the tools that you're teaching these people to make it easy and not, spend 10 hours in the kitchen on a Sunday prepping your food?
Great question, Stephanie.
Yeah.
So I can tell you because we speak and work with different levels of clients, like complete beginners in the kitchen, those who have some experience, those who cook a lot but not healthy. So when it comes for the people who don't have time and don't have experience and have very minimum, just start with one thing. Probably the whole program, committing to the whole program will overwhelm you. You will do it once. You're probably gonna fail part or just feel not accomplished. Do one thing. So making meals like overnight oats that literally take you 15 minutes to make, it lasts 3 days. So
Mhm.
for next 3 days, you're set, and it really just build this as a habit, something that can you commit to 15 minutes a week to make a breakfast?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's not that bad of a deal. If you add after this, if you add to this a soup, soup,
Mhm.
yes, you it might take you half an hour, but it will last the whole week. So you will have
Mhm.
lunch and breakfast now, right? So
Mhm.
after that, if you don't have more time or you don't want to commit more time on your weekend, which I still recommend you one day you do,
Mhm.
make 5-10 minutes salad as your third meal. So that's not that complex, even do on a spot on a day. It's not that messy.
Mhm.
Throw away some things, but start with one thing. Don't think about making all your meals at once. One thing, one commitment is going to bring you far.
I love it. I love it. And just to kind of give a quick shout out again, the first time I went over to Natalie and Irina's place in West Hollywood, it was, or in Beverly Hills, sorry. I was like, you guys like just were like, oh, are you hungry? Here's a smoothie. And then you're like, oh, here's like a soup that we had prepped like for the week or something. You're like, try it. And I was like trying all this stuff. And I was like, this is delicious. And you're like, yeah, this took us 20 minutes to make yesterday, this soup. And I'm like, what? I was like, teach me your ways. So it really is incredible that you can, create all this amazing diversity in foods into like one meal or a couple meals that you will have every day. And like you're hitting your food groups, you're hitting your nutrition, you're hitting everything. And it tastes so good. And you don't have to take any time during your day, during the week to actually prep the food because it's already done. So what are some of the key like nutrients or food groups that you might be trying to incorporate like every meal or every day for people? Because obviously there's certain food, like all plant-based foods are incredible, but certain ones can really provide a lot of good benefits for us. Are there certain ones you're trying to incorporate for people and for yourselves too during the
Of
week?
course. Of course. Well, first of all, as I mentioned, we have 42 different plant sources. So that's already good. But if you think about a food group,
Mm-hmm.
beans,
Mm-hmm.
legumes, something that we're always hearing the most as someone who tried plant-based diet or who had a reservation about starting plant-based diet, like what about my protein? So if
Yeah.
you eat beans, legumes, and we have a variety and diversity of it every single day. Also, we make sure we teach you how to soak it so it's better digestible, and you start with the beans that are easier to digest, or you start with legumes like lentils that are even easier, and start and adding it slow into your diet. However, this is something that we try to incorporate as much as we can. So no matter if you're an athlete, this diet would work for you, or
I love it. No, I love it. That's amazing. And you guys do incorporate tons of diversity into each of your meals. So it's like your breakfasts, your lunches, and your dinners have all the different types of food groups and beans and legumes and all the things that we know are at the center of like the centenarian diets and the things that are so important for us to incorporate. And you make it taste delicious too. So when you are actually creating your recipes, because you're, the plant-based chef and Harvard plant-based chef. I don't even know if you mentioned that earlier, but and you really spend a lot of time in the kitchen prepping your foods. So how long will it take you to have a recipe that you are just like very happy with and you're just like this checks all the boxes of what it is that I'm looking for that I want to deliver to my clients or to the people in the course?
to be honest, it takes a lot of iterations because I'm a perfectionist and I'm on spot. I think I have a great taste when it comes to food. I mean, it could be good and bad. Like
Mm,
for me, the nutrition value is already there because I don't even come and I create recipes often from scratch. It's just something come into my mind. I try something somewhere to get inspired
yeah,
to
yeah.
add and combine certain things. But um, What I focus the most now is I know the nutrition is flavor because I know for clients the only reason to commit to something and make that change, it must be mind blowing and it must taste 10 times better than processed food and something that have a lot of salt and a lot of other things. So the flavor combination would take me very long. Sometimes it could take up to 20 iterations of the whole recipe.
Oh.
So because I just like not quite there, not quite there, not quite there.
Mhm.
Like the minimum was three, but it's again like it was just luck, probably once. But I make it over and over and over. And some recipes that I made maybe even a year or two ago, sometimes I still feel like just a tiny bit of this. Sometimes I adjust. So it's constant process. Every week I create 2 to 3 recipes.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. Well, it's always just incredible to know like the love and the thought process that really goes into like each of the recipes because that makes like a world of difference too, right? So that's amazing. Well, thank you for sharing all this incredible information around Healthiest Chef and would love to hear a little bit about more of the future plans that you and Irina have for Healthiest Chef, and then let us know anything else that you're up to.
Uh, Thank you for this question. Well, we're actually up to a lot of things. Well, first of all, on July 4th, after July 4th, we are launching our detox with, with Dr. Stephanie Peacock, which has been a lot of work, a lot of learning for myself. So we created this detox. Based on everything I've learned from Dr. Stephanie, based on everything we've learned over the years. So we created foods that are easy to make again. That you're
Mhm.
not going to be starving. They are delicious and mind-blowing, and they're kind of partly meal prepping. So you make a recipe that is going to be good for 3 days. However, we change a little things so you don't eat the same things every single day. So we also have a theory part with a non-toxic masterclass that is free to watch for everyone. Just follow my Instagram at Natalie Golba or Dr. Stephanie Peacock, who is going to be promoting this free access to everyone. I think if I would come through this information earlier, I would save myself years of struggling, years of not being able to lose weight. But thankfully, I did. And on the other note, like where are we going with Healthiest Chef? I want to start helping people with certain diseases, like people who are going to the cancer treatment. I think they need a diet to help them get ready to build a healthier microbiome before chemo. Like, what do you have to eat during chemo and after? Something that is designed specifically for your disease or something you're going through. Cardiovascular disease, one of our biggest targets as well. And people in that moment are advised by doctors what they should exclude. But
Yeah.
again, how to do it, what to do, what would be the next step. So this is like my big passion and big desire. I've been thinking about it for last 2 years. This is one of the underserved category of patients.
Yeah.
And I've seen people and friends dying from those diseases just because they get lost. They listen to many conflicting information on the internet, on the clickable videos, and they believe one day one thing, second day another thing, and there is no guidance. I don't want to replace the medical doctors. I want to support what they're doing, and ideally, we want to be advised by doctors, a program who support treatment.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's incredible. Well, I know we were talking a little bit off air about what you have planned in store for the Healthiest Chef, and that is just so exciting to have because again, it's just helping people take the stress and the thought out of like, what do I do then? And you're providing them with the support that tastes really good too. So that's incredible. Really love to hear what you and Irina are both up to. And just wanted to say thank you so much for being a guest. I can't wait for people to listen to this and to hear, all that you have going on with Healthiest Chef currently and then what you have for the future plans. So super exciting. But thank you so much today for the interview. It was such a pleasure
Thank
getting to
you so
connect.
much. Thank you so much, guys. And check healthierchef.com for our programs to see what's going on there.
Perfect. Amazing. Thank you, Natalie.